Now the season was bad. You know it was bad. No trophies. To be honest, we walked away from this season with nothing at all. Empty-handed season. But still, bad season doesn't mean all the players were bad. Neither does it mean all the players were good. To be honest, a lot of players were far from good. And that's what we're going to be doing in this video. In this video, we are going to be ranking, the Real Madrid players we saw in action this season. Now, we have 5 ranks. Let's get this started. The first man coming up over here is David Alaba. He did not do much of anything for us. With that being said, he didn't do much wrong. He didn't do much right. To be honest, I don't remember Alaba doing much of any wrong. I don't remember. He only played like 2 games or maybe 3. I don't remember, and he was decent in those games. So I think I'll just give Alaba a good. Yeah, like I said, very few games played, and then in those few games he was decent. So yeah. Arda Guler is next. I intended for Guler to be the last man on this ranking. Guler this season, under Xabi Alonso, under Arbeloa, days, Guler was fantastic. It's a pleasure, watching Guler, come on to Real Madrid in 2024. And then, he really made a statement for himself this season, becoming a regular starter. Absolutely fantastic. That brace versus Bayern Munich, I love it. Giving all the assists to Mbappe, I love it. If you ask me, Guler, all season round, I'm going to give him this rank, good. Guler, the shining star of Real Madrid this season, was an absolute pleasure to watch Guler. You remember the long range goal he scored from his own half? Guler was insane this season. Then we move over to Raul Asensio. Raul Asensio, this season wasn't good. This season was not good for Raul Asensio. Previous season, yes, we were like, he might be the next Ramos, this and that. But this season for Raul Asensio, I believe he made about 2 defensive errors in 2 consecutive games that cost us the league title. Asensio, I like Asensio. I like him, to be honest. He's Spanish, next Ramos and all of that. But for this season, Asensio, you have to take this rank over here. You have to take that rank. Jude Bellingham, Belligo. Bellingham, he did not like what Xabi was doing, but then he still fought, remember the first El Clasico, the performance he put up, man of the match. And then also under this man, Arbeloa, he got better under Arbeloa, of course. So for Bellingham, but I know what Bellingham can do, and I know he can do more. So I'm going to give him play for the badge over here. It suits him better. The next man we have is Brahim Diaz. Oh, Brahim Diaz was moving so nicely. It's a shame he didn't get too many goals this season, but if you watch Brahim Diaz this season for Real Madrid, man was moving like Messi. In the last El Clasico in the Camp Nou, yes, we lost 2-0, but Brahim Diaz was the only one moving. Man, I mean, every time he was on the ball, he was dribbling past Barcelona players. It was incredible to watch. I mean, not just that, the first leg against Man City, Brahim Diaz was good in the few games he played. To be honest, I wish he could, I wish he got more game time, but it is what it is. I'm going to give Brahim Diaz playing for the badge. Same with Bellingham. Now we have Mr. Red Card himself. Camavinga receives the ball. There is no pressure on him. He slips and he falls down. Camavinga, I do not understand this guy. Camavinga. And the red card against Bayern Munich. Not just that. I only remember a single good performance from Camavinga all season, and that was the first El Clasico. The first one. That he was good because he made Pedri look silly. But every other game this season, Camavinga was not it. I'll be ranking him over here. Back to it. Alvaro Carreras was very good under Xabi Alonso, and he had good games under Arbeloa as well. I remember the game, I believe, was it against Valencia? Yeah, it was a standstill, and then Carreras opened the scoring. He scored twice in 2 games versus Valencia. Carreras, I think I would say play for the badge. Yeah, apart from the fact that he had troubles with Arbeloa, but then again, we aren't really here for the personal beef. It's just the performance we are looking at. Carreras, I'll say playing for the badge. Dani Carvajal, if only he had gotten more time this season to play. But being honest, the few games he did play, he was good, especially his last game. The assist to Gonzalo Garcia. Danny Carvajal takes the spot over here. Danny Ceballos, to be honest, did we see Ceballos play at all this season? I believe we only saw him once under Xabi Alonso. But still, he's the rat, the mole, so he's going to take this position as clown. I don't need to explain myself. Fran Garcia had good games. He had more good games than bad games, but would I say they were more of average? I'll just give him good. I'll give Fran Garcia good. Then Gonzalo Garcia. Gonzalo Garcia was pretty good this season. He's a young striker. To be honest, he didn't get so much game time. Can't get that much game time in front of Mbappe. I think I'll give Gonzalo Garcia playing for the badge. Dean Hausen. Hausen was good at the start with Xabi Alonso. And then under the same Xabi Alonso, he started declining. I don't know how to describe Hausen. Remember, at the first few games we played, Hausen was, oh my days, this man was looking like a centre-back genius. The way he passed and, takes the ball forward and that. But after the first few games, I stopped seeing much of him. So I think I'll give him good. Damn, we don't have anyone for what the fuck was that. I just said, in any case, Lunin was, I would say good. The games against Bayern Munich, I knew we could have won those games. But then Lunin didn't have much practice and all that. Next, we move over to Mastantuono. You have good work rate, but your composure, nah. Kylian Mbappe. Now, Kylian Mbappe, over here. Mbappe, highest goal scorer, Champions League, La Liga, fantastic season for himself. But what was it for Real Madrid? Under Xabi Alonso, Mbappe was phenomenal. But then under Arbeloa, throttled down. He wasn't really on that, and it felt like he was more of doing it all for himself, not really for the team. So for Mbappe, I can't give you goats. I can't give you play for the badge. Do I give you good or okay? I think I'll give you good or okay. Good or okay suits Mbappe, right? It suits him, in my opinion. I can't give him GOAT level because, look, we all know Mbappe is capable of scoring more goals than we already got. And then I can't give him playing for the badge because at some point it felt like, in a number of games, it felt like he wasn't really doing it for the badge. So I believe that would be a proper ranking for Mbappe. Mendy got injured, but then Mendy was good in the games he played. Yeah, he was good in the games he played. Eder Militao was... God, damn it, we had so many injuries. Because when I look at these players, I'm like, did this man play? I don't remember seeing much of you. We had so many injuries. It's like half... And I'm just having to remember it. During Xabi Alonso's time, half of the squad, or more than half of the 11, they were in the hospital. Anyway, Eder Militao over here. Militao was good when he started. Rudiger as well. Playing for the badge. Yeah, Rudiger. Yeah. But you see, this is what I'm saying. A lot of players, I'm like, did this man play? I just saw Rodrigo now, and I remembered the first game against Man City. I believe Rodrigo scored, and then subsequently he started scoring more, scored against Atletico de Madrid, then picked up an injury and disappeared again. But, Rodrigo, I'll give you playing for the badge. Of course, you're my boy. Of course. Tchoumeni, look, Tchoumeni showed me the greatest improvement. This season, I saw the best version of Tchoumeni I have seen in a while, to be very honest. I don't like the way, he punched Fede Valverde, in the head. I don't like that. You can't go around punching Valverde. Don't do that. It's not nice. But still, I will not take away his performance. I won't take away what he deserves, to be honest. Tchoumeni. I'll give him playing for the badge. The only reason I wouldn't give Tchoumeni GOAT status is because he punched his captain. You don't go around punching your captain. It's not a good look for you. Next man is Trent Alexander-Arnold. Alexander-Arnold, he had good games. To be honest, he had good games. I only remember maybe a single bad game. But then Trent's passing. Hey, Trent's passing, it was so good. I remember the first leg against Man City, everyone thought Doku would embarrass Trent. That was not the case. Trent, I might just give you goats. I'll give you goats. You know what? I'll give you goats. Because, yeah, at the start of the season, he was injured. He couldn't play much. But the games he played, we saw quality passes. I'll give you goats. Valverde. Valverde, I'll say the same stuff I said about Tchoumeni. It's going to be similar to yours. I would have given Valverde the GOATS rank. But, I mean, it's just Valverde, he didn't like Xabi Alonso's plots, but he still worked hard as a right back. He worked hard and he did well. Under Arbeloa, we saw Valverde shine, the hat-trick versus Man City. You know what, Valverde, take goats. That hat-trick versus Man City, I love that. That's my best moment of this season. Valverde, you can have that position, never mind. It's not your fault you got punched in the head. It's not your fault. Then last but not the least, Vinicius Jr., the most controversial Real Madrid player. Where do I rank him? Where do I rank Vinicius Jr.? Vini, he wasn't, under Xabi Alonso, you can tell Vini wasn't having a good time. The El Clasico games he played under Xabi Alonso, Vini was absolutely phenomenal. But Xabi Alonso felt like it was a good idea to take him off, which was not good. Under Arbeloa, Vini was phenomenal. Under Arbeloa, Vini was phenomenal. How do I rank this? I would have given him play for the badge, but then if you're playing for the badge, come on, you have to respect your manager. You just have to. He did not respect Xabi Alonso. So I think I'll give him this. There's a player who's missing from this. That man is Thiago Pitach. If Pitach were here, I'd put Pitach in playing for the badge. Pitach, very 18 years of age, and he has really stepped into the lights. Pitach playing for the badge, but we don't have him. In any case, that is going to be it. I'll catch you guys later.